Good evening and welcome to Bent TV. It is great to have your company. First up tonight, Sally Conning continues her conversation explaining being trans doesn't define who she is and why she has two ages. And then we continue our visit to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, this time their Pride March. And then we finish tonight with G Factor, with our guest, Dr. Margaret Smith, whose book, Gene Genius, aims to explain in a very understanding way how genes are working for us.
Welcome to Bent TV. I'm Leanne Renfree, and joining me today is Sally Conning. Hi, Sally.
Hi, how are you?
How are you going?
I'm good.
That's good. Having a chat today because you're, I guess, a bit of an icon in the LGBTI community. Some of the work that you've been doing, not just recently, but over the years. And I just wanted to have a chat with you about, I guess, the rise of gender diversity that seems to be happening over the last few years, and what it means to be trans, and if that term is sort of applicable anymore. So I guess broad stuff, but also about what that means for you personally.
Personally, I don't know about this word icon, but I'll accept it today.
Yeah, go for it.
I guess I just go out and I talk to people, basically, about my life. The issue of being trans, I don't consider myself anything other than myself, Sally. When I do talks with groups, I always point to the door that I came in, explain to that, well, outside there, I was just Sally. In this room, talking to you, I'm Sally, who happens to be a trans person. The moment I leave, I'm just Sally again. Right,
so the trans part doesn't define...
The trans part doesn't define me. All my legal documents say my name's Sally, so I don't think about it.
Yeah. Did you think there'd be a day where legal documents could be, I guess, showing that for you? Because it's only been fairly recent, hasn't it?
It's $212. You can change your name any time you wish.
Yeah.
It was I think it was $101.70 or something. It's a government figure.
I was going to say that'd be handy, something you'd have in cash on you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was $70 for this bit of it and $30 for that bit, and they charged you the $1 postage to send it back to you.
Of course they did. Was that meaningful though, to have that in an official document?
It was. I was heading towards retirement at a rapid rate.
Yeah, the years do scream past, don't they?
Too quickly. And I made a goal in December 2014 that I would retire and live as myself full time when in June this year. And I had a lot of people question my theory on that, even my psychiatrist. You sure you can do this, Sal? I said, I'm positive I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people over the last 2.5 years have got sick of me writing my countdowns on Facebook.
Well, I remember when I first met you and we talked about age, and you actually had two ages that you talked about.
Yeah, my out age and my earth age.
Yeah, yeah.
So out age I'm 65, no, earth age I am 65, out age I'm 7. So I've only been out 7 years and my 65.
Yeah, yeah, so in some ways, young in that regard, and probably 7 years, a lot's changed.
Heck of a lot's changed.
Yeah, what sort of stuff?
The first time I went out the front door, a scared little girl. Can't remember driving from Wonthaggi to Melbourne. Can remember pushing open the door of DT's, walking in, catching up with the people I was there to meet.
People that you knew, or?
No, I hadn't met any of them. It was all done, organised via email, and being questioned before I joined Seahorse Victoria. I still proudly wear my little seahorse.
Oh, beautiful.
It reminds me of where I started from.
Yeah. And Seahorse has been around a long time.
40 years.
Yeah, that's right.
That was one of my first big efforts of doing anything for the community, was organising the Seahorse 35th. So I'd been around a little bit, and all of a sudden I was thrown into, let's organise Seahorse's 35th birthday, you can do it, Sal.
And you did, obviously.
I did.
Yeah.
But the best part of it all was sending out emails as Sally and getting back, dear Sally's, and I think, oh, no, I was actually doing that in the chair. I go, whoa.
Yeah. Like it's another confirmation, isn't it, to see something in writing, like government docs or people calling you by that name, I guess, and seeing, I guess it's completing the identity.
It completes it, definitely does.
So what was it like that first night at DT's, which is a pretty relaxed venue, but I guess when it's the first time for anything, doesn't matter how cool or relaxed an environment is, it's all the stuff that goes on inside.
I'm probably more nervous now sitting in front of the cameras, and I'm not nervous at all now. So the first night, I can remember shutting the front door from the outside and thinking that was pretty cool for the first time ever. Walked into DT's. The usual thing happens when you open the door of DT's, everyone has a quick look.
To see who it is,
See who's there.
Yeah.
Didn't worry. Found the girl I had to meet, chatted with her. Yeah. Found out about the etiquette of where you smoke and don't smoke in DT's. Sat down at a table, met a few girls, and all of a sudden there's this person I looked up to, it was Kay Sarah.
Oh, well, there you go.
About 10 foot
so,
tall
yeah, I was going to say, if you thought you were tall and, you know, out there.
Kay.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Pink hair in the works, and I'm thinking, what the hell have I got myself into?
So you hadn't been to any clubs, bars, anything in the past?
Never been out like that before in my life. Yeah. So Kay and I are good friends still. I've got friends from that night still. Yeah. And I can't remember the drive home.
Yeah. Oh, probably.
I can't remember leaving the place. Yeah. And I didn't drink.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole different emotional high, I guess.
The whole thing was just wow.
Yeah.
And from there, I decided I'm going back. And I went to Seahorse's private member meetings. Got totally tied up with Seahorse, Treasurer Secretary for 3 years.
Saw you coming.
Volley.
Someone will do some work.
Yeah, another volley, they'll do it. Got to the point with DT's, I was furniture. I was going there 2-3 times a week, which is 100 and...
a lot of kilometres.
A lot of kilometres.
And you're working, presumably, at this stage?
I was working, yeah. Getting home at 3 in the morning, getting up at 6 and going to work. Yeah. Got to the point, I was high care, aged care at that time. And the clients got to the point to know that if it was a Thursday, I'd be very sleepy when I got to them because I was out.
Presumably you didn't tell them what you'd been up to?
Nope. No. And I also started working at a petrol station. They didn't know anything about it. I didn't have orange nails, but I had my long nails through that time, and no one twigged, no one said much. Yeah. So,
maybe they thought you were a guitarist.
I got asked that a lot. It was by the customers at the petrol station. Are you a guitarist? I said, you got long nails? I said, no, because that hand's just as long.
Yeah, because usually it's one hand, isn't it? Yeah. Flamenco or whatever.
The picking fingers.
Yeah.
Why are your nails long? I like them.
End of story?
End of story.
End of story. Well, I'm sure there's more to your story, but we're going to leave it there for the moment. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being on Vent TV. I'm Leanne, and thanks to Sally.
Hi, this is Puerto Vallarta. Happy Pride.
Hello, Australia. This is Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, Jalisco. We are from Reina's Bar in Puerto Vallarta. I'm from the Netherlands, and today we have the Gay Prides. I'm here with my queen mother, 102 years old, alive for one day. My dear husband, 63 years with me, 93 years old. And I think I don't need introduction. Anyway, one day, please, if you can make it, come to Vallarta. It's a fun place, not always with the Gay Pride. We have a nice bars here, especially Reina's, of course. And God save the Queen.
Oh, hello, Australia. My name is Glenda, and we're with the Apaches Float. Welcome to Pride 2016.
Bienvenidos aquí a Puerto Vallarta. Estamos a punto de comenzar con el desfile, el Gay Pride de Vallarta. Y como verán, aquí estoy con un body paint y con mi compañero que está terminando. Se ve que va a estar genial y pues ojalá y para el próximo año puedan estar aquí. Mi nombre es Joe y mi compañero Neox. Bueno.
Hello, Australia, from Puerto Vallarta. We're here for Gay Pride. Happy Gay Pride. Thank you.
Mi nombre es María Cázares y es un placer estar en este Gay Party. Es fantástico, es muy bonito, especial. I love you.
Welcome to Puerto Vallarta. This is our Pride.
We're here for the
2016.
parade, representing Alaska Airlines. Hope everyone can join us sometime.
Yeah, come visit.
It's beautiful.
It's fantastic. You'll like it, I promise. And there are no funnel web spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on ya.
Hi, Australia. I'm Nick Bauer. I'm in the Puerto Vallarta Gay Men's Chorus. Welcome to Pride Vallarta.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Dorian, estamos en el Gay Pride de Puerto Vallarta 2016 y bueno, amigo, nosotros venimos representando una de las mejores marcas de suplementos alimenticios que se llama Hunter y ahora sí que aquí estamos disfrutando de esta maravillosa, vaya, el paraíso junto con toda la gente, el colorido de la fiesta mexicana. Gay Pride Puerto Vallarta 2016, Hunter.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta. Enjoy the parade. Greetings, Australia.
It's Pride Night. We are so excited. I'm here with Apaches, which is a fantastic bar down in Olas Altas, Puerto Vallarta. If you have not been there, you should. Super excited. Hope you guys enjoy everything.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm with the Apaches Pride Float today. We're doing Candyland theme. This is my Chihuahua Gilly. Hope you enjoy what you see. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta.
Hello, Australia. We are in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, in our Gay Pride, and we want to invite you to come because there's a lot of party. There's a lot of drag queens, go-go boys, and everything, and party. So come on over to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and here my sister is gonna do the same answer. What is Spanish? Mwah.
Hola, estamos en Puerto Vallarta, México y los estamos invitando a que vengan, se diviertan junto con nosotros. Esta fiesta es cada año. Estoy representando dignamente al colectivo lésbico gay de Puerto Vallarta, así que ya ve preparando tus siguientes vacaciones y vente a divertir al Gay Parade. Hasta luego.
My name is Diva Divine from Puerto Vallarta, and I want to send a big kiss to Australia. Beso. Mwah. Thank you.
My name is Karen Sorum, and I am on the Casa Karma float in the Gay Parade. We just moved here, expats from California. So, buenas tardes.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Zulma, su nombre es Mía, y estamos aquí desde Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, México.
Hola, Australia.
Saludos desde Puerto Vallarta.
Los esperamos aquí para el siguiente Pride, no se lo pierdan.
Y los vemos en Guadalajara el 18 de junio en Vallarta,
Guadalajara Pride.
Yeah.
Hello, Australia. My name is Zuleika, and I am live to Puerto Vallarta. Yeah.
I'm happy Gay Pride.
See you, guys.
My name is Jorge Vélez, and I am here with a group representing La Familia. And my costume is gonna be like a man in the front, woman in the back, and then we're gonna carry a baby, means the adoption, La Familia. Thank you. Welcome to Vallarta.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Muy buenas tardes. Estamos aquí en Puerto Vallarta en el Gay Pride. Son las 4:05 p.m. Nos estamos muriendo de calor, pero todo por ustedes. Gracias. Bye. Paco's Ranch presente en el Gay Pride.
Hey, hi, how are you? I am Frida Kahlo. I'm here for Puerto Vallarta. Come here. Australia is really fine.
Hello, Ben TV. Soy Manolo y vengan acá al Pride en Puerto Vallarta a pasársela divertido. Vamos a estar con toda la actitud. Vengo representando a Casa Cúpula y trabajo también en el bar La Noche. Mucho gusto y diviértanse. Happy Pride.
Welcome to Ben TV. You're on G Factor with Simone and Joe, and we have a special guest, Dr. Margie Smith. Now, it's with great pleasure that we introduce Dr. Margie Smith. She's an inspiration to me, and she has helped so many people around the globe with their health. She's a molecular geneticist, and she has been focusing on cancer genetics for over 20 years and has moved now into preventative health. Smith, she's written a book called Gene Genius, which is a fantastic book. I've read it from front to back. So welcome, Dr. Margie Smith, to our G Factor.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
First of all, the obvious question, how did we come up with the title of this book?
Well, I hope that by the end of reading the book that each person will feel at their own personal gene genius, that they know about their genes and how their genes are working for them in their day-to-day lives, their nutritional intake, and so people will be more aware and have more information about genes in a really understandable way.
So what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, funny you should ask that question, because I really think that I was born to be a scientist.
Really? And why is that, do you think?
Well, I was always interested in nature and the world around me, and always asking why. I was told off a lot at home for asking why. A very frustrating child, I think. The first thing I ever brought myself with money that I saved up was a microscope. So I was always interested in the world in detail and looking beyond what we could see with our eye. So I really wanted to understand more about the world that I lived in, about plants and animals and insects and people, and in that really fine detail. So that's why I became a molecular geneticist. So we're looking in fine detail. We're not only looking at the cell, but we're looking inside the cell to see what's there that actually makes us human beings.
And it's something very important that no one knows. But you know, with people's names and how they end up in a job or a career that's based on their name.
Really?
So Margaret...
I keep saying really. I like to know.
So Margie's name is Margaret Jean Smith. So she's a Jean Smith and she does genes. How cool is that?
Fitting! Or how just meant to be.
Yeah.
I know.
How amazing is that though?
Genius! All right, so why did you decide to write the book?
I decided to write the book because I kept getting so many questions from members of the public about genes, genetics, how it affects our lives, how we can use genetics for preventative health. And there wasn't really a book out there that I could refer them to. And I thought, well, should write one. I should write a book that makes it really fun and funky for members of the public to be able to pick it up and read it. Even for our practitioners, for them to be able to, get insights into genetics, but written in a really fun way, so it's not a dry read.
So how can this help us with our health, Gene Genius, do you think?
It's designed to primarily change people's awareness about themselves and why certain things may be happening in their lives. It may be that that they have flat mood, that they sometimes feel a bit low, and there are genes in there that we talk about in terms of low mood and what you can actually do to improve that. Sometimes people will perhaps be driven to eating foods that have got lots of carbohydrates, lots of fatty or sugary foods, and we know that they make us feel better. I mean, our brain is actually not really as complicated as what we think. It's all about reward circuitry. Our brain will do things that make us feel better. So it's all about reward. So when people eat foods that are lots of carbs,
Having that lolly.
I think I can see quite a few carbs here, that it actually, that food contains the very things we need to make dopamine, which is part of our biochemical happiness in our brain. So if you're a person who has sort of lower mood states and you find yourself drawn to eating sugary foods, it's because you're trying to get that feel-good hormone dopamine. So there's all sorts of things like that in the book.
So there's some really cool genes that you have in the book, like the fatso gene, the meerkat gene, the novelty-seeking gene. And Joe wants to talk about the love gene.
The love gene, the most important, the relationship gene.
There are certain traits that people have based on genetics. So there are some fun genes in there, Simone. So if you want to know about the love gene, then if someone really doesn't want to know what the love gene is, then maybe go and make a cup of tea or something right now, because it's going to ruin your whole notion of what being in love actually is. When you're in love and you can't think straight and you don't eat, or maybe you eat too much, I don't know, but you just can't stop thinking about that person. You want to call them every 5 minutes. What is going on? What's going on? So you're actually producing this little chemical called nerve growth factor. Now, it doesn't sound very sexy, but what it's responsible for is all those feelings of being in love.
Which you're addicted to.
And so your brain, that's right, people get addicted to it. Your brain pumps out lots and lots and lots of nerve growth factor. You may have noticed that somewhere between 6 and 12 months, those feelings start to subside. So you get out of the in love into what I call the real love, actually. Working through loving that person without that heightened state of,
euphoria.
Loving when they put the lid on the toothpaste,
so you may find that all those little things that they do, like whistling in the car, that's so cute in the first 6 to 12 months. Suddenly when your nerve growth factor stops being produced, you find that really irritating and annoying. All those little cutesy things that used to really enjoy are no longer fun.
So the meerkat gene.
So you have to think. You have to think, human beings are like 20 million years in the making. And some of us may go 20 million years to get like this.
Exactly.
Right? Is that disappointing or what? Are we happy?
Have we really evolved?
So a lot of the genes we have are very ancient genes and were designed to help us stay alive. So the meerkat gene is actually a little gene called neuropeptide Y, and people who have particular versions of that gene, when they step out their door in the morning, they're on threat alert. They're like the meerkat, the little meerkat at the zoo? The one on the mound? Yes. They're like that. They are on threat alert. They are looking around for threat. And they are programmed that way.
Well, there's a really important thing in relation to relationships, the novelty-seeking gene, and why.
Oh, this is really fun. I think that people really need to know about some of their genes if they're going to get into long-term relationships. May have noticed that some people like to leap out of perfectly good aircraft, and they call it skydiving or risky type behaviours. They love that kind of thing. And then there's people at the other end who like nothing more than to pick up a good book and spend their weekend reading it. So right.
Doing risky sex things.
If you're a person who likes to engage in risky sex, then probably not a good idea to get involved with a person who really is an introvert who likes to read books and stay at home, maybe listen to music. That's not going to be a very good combination.
Yeah.
We know that relationships that last the longest are when people have the same length of their novelty-seeking gene. So if you have a long version of it, people with long versions of that gene do very well together, and people with short versions do very well with that gene.
Thanks for watching G Factor. We'll see you next time. Hope it was as good for you as it was for us.
If you'd like to win a copy of Gene Genius, you can go in the draw at win at Bent TV. So good luck, and if you win a copy, I hope you enjoy reading it.